Hi everybody, I am Kenya and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So I talk about real estate on my channel, property management, and other social issues that pique my interest. So anyway, today I want to say that it is imperative, and I'm talking to my ladies out here, that we do not, don't co-sign for a man's apartment. Don't do it. Do not put your name on a lease. So I'm going to tell you guys a quick story. This girl comes in, to look at an apartment alone. I show her an apartment. She rents it. So then, oh yeah, she comes to pick up the keys and she comes with this man. So I'm like, okay, that's her boyfriend. And it was a kind of an odd pairing because this man was like Latino and she was obviously Jewish. She had like the wig on that they wear. And I was like, okay. She was like, that's my boyfriend. I was like, all right. Okay, it's not my business. So then she was like, oh, I gotta go to Florida for a few weeks, I'll be back. So she went to Florida and I literally saw her like 2 times after that. So the whole time they were living in the apartment, this man was living in an apartment, I really never saw her. So it was like her boyfriend she was like having a long distance relationship with. And towards the end of the lease, like he started having other people living in the apartment, and this boy that lived in an apartment broke something in our meeting room, and we charged her account. We charged her because basically her name was on the lease. He probably was like a criminal or something. That's probably why he wasn't on the lease. And technically anybody that is 18 years or older living in an apartment must be on the lease. So he would be paying me the rent every month, and then like the last 3 months, he stopped paying. So she called me in the office and was like, oh, I want to break the lease. I was like, cool, it's going to be a month and a half security. So I believe he was missing 2 months of rent. The last month he didn't pay, and then she had to pay an extra 1.5 months rent to break the lease. So I'm calling her like, Shayna girl, I'm calling her like, girl, the rent hadn't been paid for this month. She's like, okay. So then somebody comes down from the apartment like, oh, just give us 5 days. I'm like, all right. The next month rolls around, no payment. So I email her. She calls me up and said, listen, email me everything I need to pay. I email her. She was like, all right, cool. I'm gonna just make give y'all one big check and just get it out the way. I said, cool. Next thing you know, like a day later, I get a call from this man. He's like very stern. He's like, excuse me, I am the husband of such and such. I am the husband of, Jane Doe. And I understand she has an apartment there. How much is the rent? And I'm thinking like, I'm looking at the phone like, I'm like, her husband, her whole boyfriend living up in an apartment. So I was like, sir, I already sent it to Shayna yesterday. And he was like, well, that's not how a property management company. He starts getting mad because, first of all, he's not a leaseholder. He's technically not on a lease. He did not sign any papers. His credit was not ran. So technically, I don't have to tell him anything because he's not a leaseholder. He's not on the lease. So I'm like, maybe he's about to file for divorce. Maybe he's trying to get some information on her that she technically has an apartment in New Jersey. Like, I don't know what's going on, and I'm not trying to give him no information that he don't already have, right? So he's like, I want the information. I was like, listen, I already sent it to her yesterday via email. Well, I need you to fax it or mail it to me now. I was like, on the phone, like, I love it when people tell me what I'm going to do. So he was like, well, that's not how a property management company is supposed to run. You're supposed to do it this way. Because I'll have my attorneys on it. I love when people do that. It's just like, dude, I'm not giving you the information. The answer is no. And I was like, basically, if you need any information, you're going to have to ask, your wife. Because I already gave her that information. So never sent him the information. He never called the office back. She never called the office back to inquire about it, because obviously I told her I was going to send it to her and I already had sent it to her, so she already had the information. But it was just a hot mess. So she ended up with about a $6,000 bill dealing with this man who she probably broke up with. That's probably why she broke the lease on him and was like, I'm breaking the lease, get out of my apartment, and was left with like a $6,000 bill. And I noticed that women are so quick to do stuff like this for men, co-sign for them, put apartments in their name for them. Don't do it. this young girl, I mean, she came in, she was a business owner, had her own business, nice little Jewish girl with A1 credit. And don't have these fools running up your credit, messing up your credit, having you in the hole. Don't do it. Only way I say co-sign for somebody if it's your child and they're going to college, or they're a young adult and they're just getting started in the world. And obviously it's hard to get an apartment if you just get.
How you living? What? And live in color.